Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible, and now there are even more free goodies for you to get when you use my code SHITI'M30. You're going to get 3 days of membership free, plus 1 audiobook and 2 Audible originals to get you started. Yes, they have Audible original books now. After the trial, you'll get 3 titles each month, 1 audiobook and 2 Audible originals of your choice. Exclusive audio fitness. It's easy exchanges, so if you don't like your audiobook, you can swap it for free. I've had Audible for years, so I can tell you this is true. I've had a book that I didn't like, or I didn't necessarily like the person that was reading it. And I just went ahead and switched it and got a brand new one. Or I finished the book and I didn't like it and I got a new one. Roll over any unused credits for up to 5 months. And you can cancel anytime, and your audiobooks are yours to keep forever. So you can do the trial. If after the trial you don't like it, you can cancel it and you keep your book forever. But trust me, you're going to love it. Sign up for your free trial at www.audibletrial.com/SHITI'M30. They have over 180,000 titles to choose from, your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. I will have the code and the full link attached to the episode notes. Again, that is audibletrial.com/SHITI'M30, and get your books now. Now, let's get the show started. Welcome back to another episode of Shit I'm 30 with me, your host, Carla Ramirez, and
Tony the Realtor.
Tony the Realtor. And today we have in the building our friend, Jameer.
Woo! Yeah. Clap for me. Clap for me. Don't leave me hanging there. Thank
Jameer, I saw you make that face when I said Tony the Realtor. How does that sound?
Tony the Realtor?
I'm trying to come up with my whole personality name or something like that. Should I just stick with Tony, or what's your suggestion?
What, do you do realty?
Yes, of course.
Well,
yes.
then get Tony the Realtor.
Hello? Okay.
All right.
Because that's it. It's been his Instagram name forever, but now so he's joining me in the podcast and doing all this. So it's like, does he keep Tony the Realtor as for a personality? Because he's always been the, I'm straight, just,
got you straight laced.
Right.
I'm selling homes.
Yeah.
This is me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I'm showing showing more of my personality on my social media, and it helps. It helps with business. It keeps me in the forefront of people's minds. So on top of that, now that I'm doing podcasts, I kind of want to tie it in together and don't want people to forget that, hey, I sell houses.
You still sell houses.
Exactly.
So, what I would suggest, if you don't, if you're not feeling Tony the Realtor after a while, just, start playing. Start playing with some things. But I truly find, in natural progression, it's going to be cool. It'll figure itself out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't want to force a name. The name got to come to you.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
And your name is always going to be Tony, so we can't change it too much.
And you're doing Realtor.
Right.
Yeah.
Hello.
You're still a Realtor. We're going to do a quick game. Let's see if we can think about it.
Let's do
3
it.
people, dead or alive, you would like to have dinner with.
3 people dead or alive like to have dinner with. Boom. Malcolm X. I would like to have dinner with Eddie Murphy, who was a hero of mine.
Okay.
And it's family or celebrity.
Dead or alive, anyone in the world.
I gotta catch up with my grandmother. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Hey, grandma, what's been going on up there?
Yes, and what you think about the bullshit going on down here?
Because there's a lot of shit going on,
Right.
grandma. Okay?
There's a lot. She's going to give you some insight on some things.
Interesting choices. Tell me why Malcolm X. Why?
I recently rewatched X, Malcolm X, the movie, and I was like, damn, and I've read the book twice, his autobiography, which is amazing. If y'all haven't read it, go out and read it. But he's just a powerful dude. I would want to know his perspective on what's going on now, because he changed his perspective on what white allyship looked like towards the end of his life. But we don't know what would have happened in the 70s or the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Because he was assassinated. So I would love to talk to him about forward progression and how he's thinking now.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about Eddie Murphy.
I know that I read something because you like comedy and you did stand-ups at one point. And I did my research.
Listen, you can't get shit past her ass. She stalks motherfuckers.
No,
so I
believe
just want
it.
to know she stalks.
She sent me some pictures of myself through IG.
Yeah, I said, this is you? Yeah.
I was like,
Grapevine, yeah.
Me.
So you on okay, cool.
Yes.
You've been on it for a while. I could tell. Just to let you know, I'm looking it up. And then I told you I read the article. It was cute. I liked it. It was very informative.
I appreciate
it. So I refuse to do any type of research or anything like that on you. I like the whole organic thing of getting to know someone.
Idea.
Listen,
it's a good a balance though, because you do it.
She does.
You don't.
Yeah, I just wanted.
It's a yin and yang.
And plus the listeners also may not know, especially our listeners in Orlando, about who this is. So I'm going to ask questions they may have.
Shout out to Disney World, by the way.
Oh, Jesus. Y'all motherfuckers from New
Disney.
York. We say Orlando, and y'all know Disney World in Miami. That's it.
It's all right. Y'all come down here and spend money.
I know Jacksonville. Duval.
That's where I'm from.
Okay, Duval County was good, man. I know,
So where did you go to school? Did you go to school somewhere that you know Duval County?
Nah.
Okay.
Just, sometimes you just been around the world a little bit.
Look, we that damn famous. Look at that.
Right. To go to Duval, you gotta know somebody from Duval.
Hey, look, I mean, I might know people. I ain't gonna shout them out, but might know some people out there. But Eddie is a huge inspiration. So I did used to do stand-up comedy.
Right.
Very good, thank you. But like as I transitioned out of it, he still remained a constant in my life, and just like the way he approached the entertainment industry, the stage, the way his confidence was there. He was able to really turn it on and then turn it off. So I learned a lot from Eddie. Eddie is an amazing talent.
He really is.
So shout out to Eddie Murphy.
And who was the third one?
Third one was my grandmother.
Oh yeah, we already know who.
Mima was good.
Hello.
Yes, Grandma Lois.
What about you, Sonny? You were going to choose one. You said you wanted to.
I really didn't think about this.
Okay, goodbye.
What about you?
All right. So Auntie Oprah always is number one. I want to sit with her when she's here. The day I want to sit with her.
Yeah, I should have went first. Go ahead.
Ha. And then in this point in my life, Idris Elba. I need.
You trying to throw it at him?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look,
we gonna have some like sexual food or something, some oysters.
What's sexual? Oh, oysters
with some wine or something I could feed them, some fruits or something with some chocolate. We gonna do some of that.
You should feed him fried chicken skin. He looked like if you fed him some fried chicken skin,
he gonna give me some.
He would definitely drop some D off to you.
Yes, so
a D. That's an English day.
Yes,
day.
Oh, and he better not come with that bullshit American accent. He got to give me that like British accent.
You don't want to hear the wire accent?
No.
Okay.
I want that London or wherever the fuck he's from accent.
Gotcha.
I like him speaking patois. I think that's so sexy. He actually has a song that's out that he has.
He does. When him
he
and
he's rapping. I think.
And he DJs.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I swear to God.
Yeah. I heard it's a good song though. I hope it really took off.
I'm really gonna be moist. Oh my gosh.
Wow. Check that chair is white now. Make sure she don't leak. Don't leak.
And then just because right now I want to bring Michael Jackson back and say, bruh,
shit,
tell me what's up. Tell me what's up. What's going on, Michael? Come on, let's listen to these motherfuckers. You was just weird. You just wanted to be Peter Pan. That you just like to sleep with little boys because you thought you was a little boy. Come on, you ain't touch him. Come on, let them know you ain't touch him.
I mean, look, he created the context for the narrative. No grown man I know is just holding on to kids' hands.
Exactly. How many grown men do you know that also think they're Peter Pan? And
2.
Bill never.
But they are on crack cocaine, and he was not. That's what I'm saying.
No, Michael was fucked up. And I just wanted to come back and sit down with him and be like, all right, tell me what you want me to say for the press conference or whatever. Because I got you. So Michael right now would need to sit with him. And then 4, which is we were supposed to do 3, but I just bring my daddy back every time. Okay. Anytime they say somebody, Dad, come back.
Yeah.
We just need one more.
Rest in peace.
Carlos, I swear to God, I'm not sitting here BSing you. Now, all 3 of those are mine, right? Because I love Oprah. Okay. I was gonna make a joke about Michael Jackson and that whole motherfucking thing because we debated that shit about the documentary. So I was gonna go ahead and bring him back because y'all said he couldn't defend himself. I'm like, here's your chance, right?
Here's your chance.
Right.
And I was gonna choose my dad for the same reason. So, yeah.
You want to be me so bad?
No, bitch.
Nigga, you want to be me so bad, so bad.
Whatever. I was gonna go with the whole Michelle Obama thing, but I was like, shit.
She would be nice to talk to.
I can read her book.
I want to pick Prince as well. Prince.
Oh yes,
motherfuckers.
That's a bad
talented.
Yes.
That's a bad motherfucker.
It's like I would love to see with Prince. It's like what's going on in his mind. It's like he didn't speak a lot. So it's like, what are you thinking of, bro?
I want to know who the baddest chick you done fucked.
Oh, he had some bad ones.
Yeah, and he probably had some dudes too.
That's my question. I
probably had some buzzing
dudes. Can you finally clear the air and let them know that you swung both ways, please?
Yeah.
And are you gonna ask him for a chance?
No, hell no. Prince wasn't my type. It's a light skin.
You want one Prince bussy?
No.
Oh boy.
No. Well.
Yeah, think about it.
If it's a one night, that might be the best.
Yeah, Listen, you don't
Listen,
know.
that booty was look beautiful now. That's a famous ass.
That is a famous ass. You gotta take it just to take it, you know? You're crazy. Now. Before we go into the shit you should know, Jimmy, tell us a little bit about who you are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who the hell is Jimmy?
Educate me since I don't do my research.
Of course. No. I completely understand. All right. My name is Jameer Pond from Brooklyn, New York. I'm a content creator, a cultural commentator, a lover of life, young, black, and gifted.
Hey.
Okay. I do a lot of hosting engagements and just on cam stuff. So I should talk a little bit.
Hey, shit talk.
I should talk. You can hear me you can watch me on the Grapevine. You might be able to see me in some videos from BET, MTV, BuzzFeed, Bill series.
Humble flex.
I'm saying you might be able to see me every now and again. I'm just letting y'all know. And you just follow the journey. You know what I'm saying?
It's definitely a journey.
Yes.
Definitely a journey.
Absolutely.
So we have a segment called Shit You Should Know. This is usually
ma'am.
we find an article that we want to talk about and see what the hell is going on in the world before, like present, past, future, or whatever. So have you ever been to Dubai?
I have not yet. I haven't peed on anybody to go there. Because that's the way to go there. You got to pee on an old white man.
Oh, no. You got to get shitted on.
Ooh, no.
That's how it works.
I don't want to go to Dubai that night.
Somebody asked me to piss on them this weekend, to be honest.
This weekend?
Yes.
You wouldn't have been here.
Here
You'd have been
in New York?
Dubai.
Huh?
Here in New York?
Somebody asked me to piss on them.
You would have been in Dubai right now.
It's like, what
Did you piss on him?
No. I actually kind of turned me off too. And I was, no.
You know how many houses you'd have sold?
Look, I might need to. It made me start to think, because my ex asked me to do the same thing, and I understood where it came from. It's this whole thing about being dominated, but yeah, just
I don't know. Well,
I never wanted to be pissed on.
Me either.
No,
you better not piss on me, nigga. You better not breathe on me.
Okay, shit.
Piss on me.
No, but I actually did it one time.
You peed on somebody?
Well, we were taking a shower, and just to be an asshole, I started peeing, so it would run down his leg.
Nasty motherfucker.
Now I do that in the shower, and that's on some funny type
on
shit.
your dude?
Yeah, on some funny type shit.
I lifted my leg too, like a dog.
Oh, and he sat there. If he sat there and took it,
No, he was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
But I'm like, "Come on, you can just wash it off. It's not that serious."
What?
It wasn't like his face or anything. It was just his leg.
Okay.
That was marking my territory.
Right. That's basically what it is.
How's that going?
It's not going.
Okay, all right, bro. You got pissed on for what? For what, bro?
But the shit you should know is that the U.S. government will be scanning your face now at 20 top airports. This is opening the door to an extraordinary, more intrusive and granular level of government control. And I asked if you've been to Dubai, because when I went, I did not go to get shit on with my mother and my sister and her friends. It was a women's trip.
Okay.
And when you get to the airport, they scan your eyes and your face.
Yeah.
So Dubai is like extremely low on crime. They have cameras. They know where you are at all times.
Yeah.
But there are no laws here in the United States of the control that they can have with your information, so your digital ID of your face.
Mm-hmm.
So since there's no laws or rules or anything implemented, they can do whatever they want with it.
Right.
So it's going to be at 20 major airports for international flights.
Yep.
So they're gonna know where we are now at all times.
I think they already do, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but having it really scanned while you come through, it's even more of it.
It's gonna be on some Minority Report shit.
Exactly. I read the article, and basically it was saying that Trump signed an executive order, and he's rushing the whole thing.
It.
And basically, analysts are saying like, hey, this is some faulty technology, because people are mistakenly being confused with someone else. For example, it was a test done that 25 congressmen were confused for
people
mugshots.
with mugshots, but the congressmen that were confused were those of color.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm sure.
So this is my whole conspiracy theory thing, because Trump is also rushing this wall thing, right? He's publicly saying like, "Hey, I'm trying to do this now," and now here it is with this whole facial recognition software. Did you watch The Handmaid's Tale?
I don't watch that.
Handsmaid.
You know what I'm talking about. It comes on Hulu. You know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yes.
So we're gonna be on some shit like that. I'm telling you, he's gonna be in this wall to keep us trapped, and then y'all asses are gonna be on constant surveillance. Like it seems like it's going that far right.
I think
really
we already under that, to be honest.
Maybe.
You think so?
Y'all went to Disney World. You gotta put your thumbprint in.
Now I don't even think you do the thumbprint anymore. Now it's a wristband thing.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
What you think they doing?
I have no fucking idea. Taking our fucking money because even if we live down there, we can't get in.
That
so
is true.
I don't go. It's too fucking expensive.
Every time I went, I had a flashback. Shout out to Disney World.
I'm just like, damn, this is expensive as hell.
It's pricey, and they steal your soul.
It goes up every year.
Yeah, but Disney gives you some of the best experiences you probably will have in your life. And
absolutely.
That's something they really ingrained into them. Yeah, they're wild customer service. It's like companies
every fucking night. Yeah. Everybody, why does everybody have a smile on their face?
Everywhere. Everybody. Never see anyone. You know, I did a shit you should know not so long ago, and it was Disney is one of the most popular places where people throw their ashes. Their human remains. And it's actually like illegal and you're not supposed to do it, and they get kicked out all the time. But people just go and throw ashes in Disney because it's like where they want to live in the happiest place on earth.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I hear a Disney cruise is dope too. I heard
my God, I went on one.
Yeah.
Fire?
Fucking kill me. Hell no.
Oh, one's fire.
Oh my God, no. Well, I went because I have a kid and there were other kids and it was a family thing, but I wanted to jump off the shit.
Well, I heard they had an adult section.
It's so magical. There's no casino. It's also just fucking magical with Mickey Mouse, and I'm just like, bro.
You definitely can't get raw dogged on the Disney.
No, there was no cuties. It was all families. Like
what did you expect going on the Disney cruise?
Oh,
Ramon the Dick Slinger? That would be creepy as fuck.
You know, they should have a session. Should be magical for everybody. Shit, fuck the kids. They gotta play areas.
You can't go wrong at Disney cruise.
Well, we didn't. My daughter's traumatized. She doesn't want to go back. Well, now she's older. She's almost 14. Okay. But we got to the Bahamas and it stops there and docks for like 8 hours. We took them all to the kids section, like where they watched them.
Yeah.
Checked them in, and we left to the Bahamas. None of the kids got down from the boat.
Yeah.
Oh,
we left to drink, to eat, to go hang out, and that was like the best part of it. When I got
there's nothing for kids to do in the Bahamas, period, except going to the beach, and they can do that on the.
They can go in the pool.
Yeah, they go in the pool.
It's very, very family. So unless you're going with your family and your kids, or you're a weirdo that really you're not weird.
Slinging Dick Ramon.
No, if you're weird and really love Disney, I know some adults that just love Disney World. I would say go on it. Other than that, just go on Carnival for party time and Royal for
fucking Caribbean.
Royal is my favorite.
It's my favorite.
Carnival's a little ratchet, so you have a lot of fun.
Carnival, yes. You can definitely get roared on a Carnival.
Ramon is definitely
Ramon is there.
Ramon is out there slinging.
2:00 in the jacuzzi.
Yes,
right.
Yes,
funny you should be here. Hi, I'm Ramon.
How the fuck did we get to Ramon and the dick slinging?
Ramon
from the digital eye thing. I don't know. Anyways, there's something we need to be looking forward to, and you're gonna see them in a lot of big airports like Atlanta, New York, and it's already being implemented in some. But it's just to be wary of what's going on in our government and what they have the power to do and not have the power to do, and it's being passed.
Right, because he didn't tell this to the public. He did this on the low, and somehow I forgot how it got out, but. Yeah, he did. They had a problem that he did not educate the public first before he decided to sign this executive order, because they should have a say so in it. We should.
It is what it is. They're gonna have our faces. We already sent our DNA to Ancestry, so they got our shit from there.
Yo, dead ass.
Did you do yours?
Nah, my mom did hers though, and it was my relatives was like, that ain't even true. So
why?
Because they somebody else did their Ancestry, and it was just like. It was both of them. They're like first cousins, and their shit was just like completely off.
Well, it's a lot of the maternal stuff. So if they're not from the maternal side.
Oh, maybe that. No, it was from the maternal side.
Oh, they had the same grandma.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Well, I need to do mine anyway, because I finally want to prove to you niggas that I'm Native American. Because that shit gets on my motherfucking nerves when I tell somebody was like, "Hey, are you mixed?" I mean, well, technically, like, I am black, but I have Native American in my family. Oh, nigga, please, bitch, my great grandmother was on a fucking reservation. Like, it's just
your great grandma.
Yes, on both sides.
What was her name?
Oh shit, I forgot my great.
Wow.
If you're gonna claim your Native American great grandma, you ask me to know her damn name.
She died.
What reservation was she on?
She died before. I know she was Cherokee Indian. Okay, and according to my mom.
You know what?
Now on my dad's
everybody
side,
say they Cherokee.
No, bitch, it is. It's a very popular tribe. And Blackfoot Indian too. Both of them, like, bitch, we fucking integrated together from slavery. Like, when we were trying to get away, the Indians helped us in the Underground Railroad.
He said they helped us. He is so Native American right now. They helped us.
I'm talking about us as far as like African Americans, black folks, right?
Oh, I thought you were saying us as in like you're the Native American.
Well, I guess you Puerto Rican, so you had a totally different experience than what we did, bitch.
We were picking sugar cane instead of picking cotton. That was the only difference. Yeah. We were picking
both
two different
things.
things.
Probably hurt picking.
Right. It was out there in the damn sun. Yeah. It was crazy. We had to pick fucking sugar cane.
Yeah. So I just wanted so I can slap that shit in y'all face so y'all can leave me the fuck alone.
That shit gonna come back. You're white as fuck, and you're gonna be real fucking mad.
Scottish, then you might.
You be Irish and shit.
Yeah, if you Irish,
he's gonna be like, oh, never mind. I was just kidding. I brought you on today because where did you say you live in Brooklyn?
I'm from Brooklyn.
And where do you live now?
In a place that's not Brooklyn. It's Jersey. I live in Jersey.
You're in holy shit, you're in Jersey?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Oh, where?
What part?
Oh, y'all trying to... Y'all the feds, huh? Y'all the ops.
We just went because I lived in Teaneck for a while, so I took up to Teaneck.
And my family lives in Patterson and Newark.
Okay,
so yeah. You know
some killers.
Yeah.
All right.
I try to help you.
Right.
Yeah, and my grandmother's from Elizabeth. But anyways, we want to talk about gentrification.
Ooh.
And a lot of it.
Well, I'm from Fort Greene in Brooklyn, so I know all about.
And then here in Harlem, we see it, and we're seeing it ourselves in Orlando. Mm-hmm. So I wanted to like kind of do a quick breakdown because I think if you're not involved in an area where there is gentrification, you probably don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
It's like I hear it, or I might see it on TV, but since it doesn't concern you, some people are just like oblivious to it, and honestly, they just don't care. Some things that some people just don't care about, and then they don't know what it is. So gentrification is a process of renovating deteriorated urban neighborhoods by the means of the influx of more affluent residents. This is a common and controversial topic in politics and in urban planning. Gentrification can improve the material quality of a neighborhood while also potentially forcing relocation of current established residents and businesses, causing them to move from a gentrified area seeking lower cost housing and stores. Gentrification often shifts a neighborhood's racial and ethnic composition and average household income by developing new, more expensive housing, businesses, and improved resources.
Better know how to read, girl. Shit turned me on. You know words. My nipple hard.
Ramon. Ay, Dios mío.
Hey, my friend.
Oh my God.
So here, where do you see gentrification the most, and what do you think of it?
Shit. Well, being from Brooklyn and being a highly populated gentrified neighborhood, because my neighborhood where I grew up at is like it's maybe 6-7 minutes from the Barclays Center.
Okay.
So,
wow.
So you can imagine since then, actually since 9/11, like right after 9/11, New York changed. Yeah. So we saw a lot more transplants coming in, and they come in and they populate these non-gentrified neighborhoods, and then you start seeing shit like kale pop up, and fucking kombucha, Whole Foods. We got it's a Whole Foods downtown Brooklyn. It's an Apple store downtown Brooklyn now, and it's not that these things are not good because it gives a community more opportunities, but things like this come in and then they raise the property value so high that the long-term residents of that place never have a chance to utilize these things. You know what I'm saying? I would love to go to a store that didn't just sell tropical fantasy. I would love to go to a lot of places where it had like juice bars and like boutiques instead of just chicken spots. And it's not that, people don't like that. Of course, like you get accustomed to that. But when these new things come in, we're never the beneficiaries of those resources.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's urban planning. People, white flight exists. So a long time, like maybe in the 50s in Brooklyn, neighborhoods like Brownsville and Bed-Stuy were heavily populated by whites and Jews, and white flight exists. When people started coming home from the war, those project buildings that you see all over the city, those were temporary housing for Army vets coming back from World War II. So when they moved out, they moved to Long Island and all these outskirts and stayed in Manhattan. It's black people who couldn't advance that stayed there. So people are now coming back, and now it's like, all right, we forcing y'all out because we want to occupy this stuff. We want to build it up. We want to put stadiums here. We want, you know what I'm saying? It's so crazy.
There's something I read today, and it says,
it says what he's speaking on is why politicians need to focus on wealth inequality more than income inequality. You can make $50K a year and have a net worth of 0 if your liabilities are greater than your assets.
Absolutely.
So the people that are coming in really are the ones that have that wealth knowledge that come in and are buying it and know like what to do with their money. They can be making the same amount of money that someone from, let's say, the hood has made, but they just haven't put the money into the right place in the right directions. Because I'm sure some of those drug dealers that are in the area could have built a juice bar.
Sure.
But they didn't have that guidance, or no one told them like, hey, let's do a juice bar, let's do a boutique, let's invest into a building that you can rent out for whatever. You know what? Wasn't it Jay-Z that said like,
or he could have bought Dumbo. So we were having I was having a conversation with one of my New York friends the other day.
I felt very musically inclined there.
Yeah,
which I don't know shit about music.
Really? I used that and that's what I'm about to talk about.
I love that song.
Yeah. So he was telling me like, he hates trap music, and I was like, dude, I fucking love trap music, right? I'm just the whole strategy of it and the dope game and how these guys actually brought that whole mindset and made fucking businesses out of it and everything like that. I was like, it's changing the black community. He went on, he's like, it's destroying the black community and all this other stuff because about drug usage. And I was like, dude, it's two different types. It's different types of music, right? Yeah. So I was like, Jay-Z, for example, dude, he's coming and educating you guys on buying back your block, right? Keeping the black dollar within our community, right? And being self-sufficient. Something that Killer Mike is going around and teaching, and everybody's having a problem about it. But listen,
he just goes to the extreme. Killer Mike goes as like an extremist with certain things, I think. Yeah. But he knows what he's saying. He's just pushing it so far left, but it still makes sense what he's saying. He's right.
We don't do it. We being here, we're seeing so many different communities, such as the Koreans and the fucking Jews and all this other stuff. They are so
was making money, and them Koreans, they sell to the blacks.
Yeah, everybody sells to the blacks.
Everybody sells to the blacks.
We're the number one consumer. Over $1 trillion, and we are, and we don't have,
and we don't put it back in
to rub together for ourselves in our own community.
Right, exactly. And we definitely should do that. Now it's happening here, so you see it in Brooklyn. I saw it here in Harlem the last time I came. When I saw that the Whole Foods, and it was just like, where am I? I'm in one side, which is kind of like the side where one of your friends live. And he's not far from the other area. He's like right around the corner. But then I'm like, where is the feeling and the culture of Harlem at some time? Because I feel like the culture of it is leaving. It's like, what are we turning into now? It's like upstate or something, or like the city is turning into like the city, and the culture is gone, and we don't know what it is. Like Spanish Harlem is there still. I think my Uber driver told me he wanted to move to. There was an area. There's a bunch of Dominicans, and they had a show on it. Like on being, yes, he's like, I wanted to move here, cause aquí mi family, and I wanted to move right here, and it's cause I'm Dominican, and I'm like, well, what about the Bronx? He goes, we there too, but in the Washington Heights is where I really want to go, and I was like, really? So I looked around, and it was a shit ton of Dominicans, and I didn't know.
Yeah. I went there last night, actually.
Did you?
Yeah. I think Boxers was out there.
Was it a Spanish boy who wanted?
No, it wasn't. It was a black night.
Ideals me.
But it was a nice area though, and especially coming from, when my friend is staying in Harlem, and I'm like, dude, I see gentrification happening just driving up and down the street.
And now we're seeing it back home, and I wanted you also to speak on the fact that on how we can break from that, because so you were saying Barclays, and you live like 6 minutes. You would live 6 minutes from there.
Yeah. That's so, and
still
stays.
Now out from it doesn't look like it looked when you were growing up.
Yeah, and it's non-recognizable in some instances because you have heavy populated transplants coming from all over the world living in Brooklyn, because Brooklyn is like the new Manhattan.
Right.
And so the Barclays is symbol. Brooklyn?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
It's about an hour. It's about an hour from
Brooklyn's
over here,
from the Bronx,
and
from right here. It's too damn far.
Nah, you can hop on the west side. First of all, from the Bronx. No, the Bronx is fucking far.
No, the Bronx is right where it needs to be. Right there, right by Jersey, right by the city. Yeah, it's right there.
Right. I never seen
that.
But going back to the whole thing about helping out and everything. I'm looking at it from a different perspective, from a real estate perspective. Right, gentrification is not necessarily a bad thing.
It's not necessarily a bad thing.
It's about catching that wave, right? Yeah. And being able to see the potential in a particular area, right? And I had a client that was called me the other day and wanted basically buy a house, and she was asking me for suggestions, and I was like, well, how much are you trying to spend? She told me, I was like, you'll be better off buying in Richmond Heights, which is the hood basically in Orlando. It's the back here. She was like, I don't know, what do you think? And I was like, listen, gentrification is happening. Orlando is starting to spread out, and basically that area is so close to the soccer stadium Stadium and everything where people want to be is right there to that luxury mall, the Millennium Mall and stuff like that. That's the next area to go.
What's crazy, when Mandy came for my live show in October, we went through downtown and passed by the soccer stadium. She's like, "Where?" Literally, she didn't know. She's like, "Where are we?" Yeah. And I'm like, "We're downtown. Like, we're in Paramore." She said, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, it took years.
Wow.
It took less than a year for them to change that entire area and the soccer stadium. And guess what? White people knew. My phone was ringing off the hook trying to find space.
They know
when they found out that we were going to get a soccer stadium. They tried to buy as much land as they possibly can over there. Black people still Paramore. Hey, that's the next wave. I don't know. I want to buy in the hood. Why not? Like it's like, dude, that's where your wealth is. So we need to understand the power of owning, right? And then we also need to keep our communities up as well. And like I said, be self-sufficient, right? And start supporting ourselves.
Okay, wait a minute. Let's take a quick break because I have an announcement that ModCloth and I are here to let you know that it's never too early to start thinking about spring. That moment when you reach for a pop of color or leave the house with just a light jacket. It's a season that's so much more than florals, though ModCloth has plenty of those too, but a chance to truly refresh. So what are you waiting for? Hit the site and discover something uniquely you. It's time to stock up on dresses and swimsuits, which you know I love, for the season ahead. ModCloth believes fashion should celebrate all women. That's why they're expanding their size range to 00 all the way to 28. I'm planning on getting the Teresa one-piece swimsuit because spring for us in Florida means that it's beach season, and I love to be at the beach like every single day. ModCloth has so many different styles, so perfect for spring, that you need to go right now to their website to get 15% off to purchase of $100 or more. Go to ModCloth, ModCloth.com, and enter code Carla30 at checkout. The offer is valid for one-time use only and expires June 9th. Again, for 15% off your purchase of $100 or more, go to ModCloth.com and enter the code Carla30 at checkout. You know I love money off. I love discounts. Anything that I can get a hookup with, I do it. So go to ModCloth. Let me know if you find something that you like. And post it. Share it with me so I can go ahead and repost it and see you with your new little dress or whatever it is that you buy from the website. Anyways, let's get back to the show.
So, catching the wave, man.
Catch the wave. And you have to know also, we talk about real estate and we talk about owning your things. And now that we're in our 30s, we can rent and all, but we have to look about what are we going to leave behind for our kids, for our family, for our legacy. Yes.
And that's the thing that we don't do as black people. No. As soon as we inherit something from our parents or something, like my grandmother died and she left me a house, the first thing I'm doing is I'm going to rent it out to some crackheads, so I'm going to sell it immediately, right? And just get the money. And 9 times out of 10, I'm going to sell it because I don't even want the whole the drama of it. Then somebody else, white couple or something like that. That's what happened in Miami.
Dust it off.
Right. Come dust it off, renovate it, make it beautiful.
$1 million home.
Exactly. And people drive around it. And next thing you know, everybody on that block, because they've inherited this from their grandparents, are deciding to sell. But in order to
do generational wealth, we have to know and realize that this is a patient game, a waiting game, a time game.
Yes.
So everyone's like, I want to buy a house now and make money off it right away. Chill.
Yeah.
Go into the hood like you were telling our friend when she's talking about buying some property. Yeah. It's like, just buy it. Put somebody in there with Section 8 for a little while. Put someone there for low rent. Help them out. Like a couple of years, 5-6 years, you will see like the fruit of your labor. It's going to be there.
But you got to also like be educated about that. Like,
correct.
Some people don't even know the whole process of that, because I think black people and minorities in this country especially have been used to surviving. So the process of living is something new for us.
Very new.
People just trying to get through the door, make it from point A to point B. No one can see point C, D, E, F, G because they just trying to get here to here. So we have a cap on us that's it's a hard cap on us that we try to get through, and since we only see B right in front of us, we don't try to exceed. So it's going to be a lot of reprogramming and conversations.
Definitely.
Like
when we love to have those conversations, when I bring the financial advisors, when I talk and I give my own experiences, like when I say it all the time. When I quit my job and I had to sit here and people message me all the time, and I sent to everyone a free personal budget, which is what I used myself to get me to save what I needed for a year. Yeah. You have to know, and it's hard and it takes time to break open your bank account and see that every time you went to Chick-fil-A and McDonald's and had a little piece of gum here and a juice here and a juice there, you don't realize you spend $600 that month.
Yeah, it accumulates.
Yeah, so it's going to take you hours to go through months of what you're spending money on, but it's so worth it in the end, and you're not going to know how to do it by yourself overnight. It's going to take time of studying your money, and it's going to take time of you finding a realtor like him, or a financial advisor, or you guys Google.
Yeah.
Fucking Google is your best friend. You can literally ask, how do I buy a home?
Right. We also need to figure out where wealth is, right? Wealth isn't owning land. It's always been that way since we started to colonize and stuff. Right. We are very protective of our land, and that shows how much wealth we have. So putting money into Gucci and all this, I gave a fuck about that whole Gucci boycott. To be honest with you,
I didn't give a damn.
I don't buy that shit. I don't spend my money.
Outrage.
It was
put our people there. We need to. For the fuck what?
Yeah.
They don't want us there.
Yeah, we gotta stop trying to be accepted by people who don't give a fuck about it.
Who cares? Why don't we find somebody like Virgil to go? He made his own thing off. Just go find a different designer. And if Future starts rapping about this new designer and starts wearing it, it will be cool.
Well, true, but ever since slavery, white success has been the optimal success in black people's eyes. Yeah. Like, oh shit,
those are goals.
Those are goals. It's like, let me live the American dream, but the American dream has never been inclusive for us.
Yeah.
So that's always been a symbol of white success, and white success isn't. It's not conducive for us.
Right.
No.
What it is though is a blueprint for us, especially to evolve. Like as far as our thinking, like we can go and buy land, which is traditionally a quote unquote white thing, or everything but us.
Yeah.
Like because we like to show our wealth.
Right.
We like to show our cash and cars, sneakers, jewelry. We're flashy.
Right.
And that comes from a need to be accepted.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
But
we
they
don't seem equal.
Exactly. But that don't make us equal. What needs to make us equal is being on an equal economic playing field. And that's owning land.
I tell people all the time, I do not seek white approval. Don't tell me.
Shouldn't.
Listen, it's like I'm proud, especially as I get older now. Like I told you, me just showing myself more on social media and everything like that. I'm not ashamed that I listen to motherfucking trap music.
And you should
I'm not ashamed that I dress this
and I go to places.
That you turn into Trina? Exactly. I'm not just like I'm not ashamed of being gay.
Bitch.
I'm no longer ashamed of being black. You know, and it's just like
that's deep.
Man, listen, I grew up in black neighborhood and everything. I grew up black. I did. Challenged myself and decided to move to Orlando and go to a PWI. I think it was the first time. It was the biggest culture shock.
Where's the PWI?
Predominantly white institution. Yep. All my friends are, was in the marching band and everything like that. They're going to these HBCUs. Yep. I decided to challenge myself as a young age. I was like, I know this, and I think I'm just going to get caught up in all this other stuff going to a HBCU, and I'm not going to be about my business. Right? Let me challenge myself. And dude, coming here, I'm going to Orlando, and I immediately knew that I did not fit in. I immediately
especially
knew.
Especially UCF.
Yeah, especially UCF. The way I spoke.
Did you go right after high school?
I went 2006. Yes.
How? Why?
Yeah.
Why are we the same age, Rich?
You're just a little older than me, bitch. My birthday's in December.
Oh, yeah.
December what?
December 18th.
88?
87.
87.
Yeah.
I'm 88, but I'm the 8th.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Sagittarius, man.
What's good?
Right.
What's good?
Bitches. But, yeah, man.
No,
so
Taurus,
I basically I started making friends and everything like that, and then immediately I knew that I spoke different and all this other stuff, and it's like, okay, well, let me change myself. I need to put on some type of image like I have it. My friends and everything, their parents are paying for their education. They have Mercedes and all this other shit. Yeah. It was like, well, shit, let me fake it and act like I have it together too. So I would make up stories like, hey, I grew up, my aunt, she's a realtor, blah, 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 just to try to make myself seem like I came from exactly. And man, I got to a point where like, it doesn't matter what these white people think, they're still going to treat me the exact same way. They're going to support me or they're not going to support me. Exactly. I'm still going to be a nigga, like you said.
At the end of the day.
So it's just like, man, it's easier to be yourself. It's easier to be proud of where you come from. But my whole thing is just educating yourself to make it
Absolutely.
further. Like I said.
And these conversations where it's going to lead us to educating other people.
Absolutely.
Because people are at home and you're working the 9 to 5 and they might not have the drive to want to learn. And we just know to go to work and come home and do it all over again the next day and every day until the day you fucking die.
Right.
And you can do that because we do need the workers. But while you're working a 9 to 5, you can also own property.
Absolutely.
You can have an investment property. You can leave something for your kids. So you don't have to leave the security of your 9 to 5. You don't have to stop being a teacher. You don't have to stop being an executive assistant. You don't have to stop being any of that.
No.
You don't have to stop being a secretary for an executive, Do all of that while owning a home.
It's
it might
24
not
hours in a day.
Yeah.
You have so much to do, and if you don't know about it, podcasting to me it's a passion, it's a love, and I'm you can come here for some entertainment and then some gems, and then go on the same podcast and look up a real estate one. Facts. Or look up one about money, or look one about investing, or one about side hustles, you know? So all these things will teach you new things that will get you to know better. When you know better, you do better.
Or this is why your shit fire.
Hey!
This is why it's fire right now.
Right. But you know, I do gym drops every week, and I always talk about that. So yeah, man, it's just about educating my people, because I've come to understand that, especially my peers, they don't know the first thing about buying a house. They think it's the most. It's like traveling to the moon.
They think they need a high ass credit score. They think they need all
$30,000 down and all this shit.
You can't conceive it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's not. They don't know that you can do it without a down payment, or that you might just need it with $8,000.
That's a fact.
That you just need a 580 credit score.
You know how many houses I sold for free? People didn't spend a dime, was getting paid at closing. Shit. It's so many different ways, dude. It's just like we just have to educate ourselves. And let's stop sitting on knowledge. That's one thing that I feel like our people do. We feel like knowledge is so precious that we are superior than our peers if we know something that they don't. Yeah.
Which is why I'm so excited that you started doing your gem drops, because I'm like, you can put yourself out there.
Right.
And it's like, not only can you tell some people how to become a realtor if they want to, but it's something that people just really don't know about. Just like accounting was for me. It's like, oh my God, how do I do my taxes? Okay, but I'm not going to do your taxes for you. But you know, you can go to TurboTax just as easy for nothing, because there's people out there scamming you for the tax money. The same way there are scammers with real estate. Just teach them. Is nothing like that. And then right now with podcasting is a big thing. I have so much knowledge that I took in. Oh, I'm doing the consultations. Here we go. I'm going to give you knowledge. I'm going to put out free ones, and I also have the one you can pay for, because it does take time. So I can, you know, loop you around and shortcuts, and I have to do all that. So, and I have no problem with teaching you every single thing that I know if you're applying yourself to know it. Yeah. Don't come me with bullshit because I got time to waste. Right. But if you want to know, you can know, and you're giving them everything and all the years of experience that you have for knowledge, the same way you are. Everything that you know and you're good at, you're just putting it out there into the world. And as you should, because you know, it's cliche, but each one teach one. Right. We can't advance as a people if we don't guide each other. Somebody gave me wisdom, now it's my job to pass. You know, you pay it forward. You never be selfish with wisdom, especially within your own people. Because how we gonna come up if we're not on the same page? Lighting someone else's light is not gonna demean you. It's not. You're gonna keep shining, and you'll probably shine brighter. Right. Yeah, it's gonna get brighter because they're gonna look at you, and it's like you just expanding that light throughout. It's like don't hold. Yeah. If you're good at something and someone wants to learn from you, teach them. Teach them, because these white folks teach. Absolutely. Oh, they definitely do. Are teaching. We were talking about that earlier about, you know, I told her about, you know, hey, why do you think we were talking about piggybacking and trade lines and stuff like that. And I was like, listen, white people do it to their kids immediately. They're on as an authorized user, and they're coming out 18 years old with fucking 800 credit scores. Perfect credit score. Perfect buying houses and stuff like Kylie Jenner, that bitch bought a house at 16. Yeah. Her mom let her buy a house at 16. Exactly. And she has such an extensive real estate portfolio. This is why this bitch is a fucking billionaire. Right? Because her parents is like teaching them, like, this is what you do. And same thing with the Smiths. Jaden wanted to move out, I think it was at 15, and they let him, and she's like, well, I guess I'll just let him move out. Yeah, you know, that shit happens when you've taught them how to do it. And if they make a mistake, we can recover from a mistake. Is nothing. You'll never know unless you try. Right. And that's what I'm saying, though. It's too many of us that are living practical because we have only known practical. There's no going above and beyond. It's like, I can't teach you that because I don't know what it is. But what I do know is to keep you here, and then we'll figure it out. Let me give you all these loans and debt because that's what I know how to do. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like, if you don't have that forward thinking, you can only go but so far. Right. I called my mom my freshman year in school. Like I told you, I moved there and I just saw how well off, quote unquote, how well my peers was living, right? And I told mom, I was like, Mom, you didn't teach me shit about credit. You didn't teach me shit. You didn't save for college. Like, I just went in on my mom because I was so frustrated. And she was like, listen, baby, let me tell you something. I can't teach you something that was not taught to me. That's a fact. I didn't graduate high school. Your grandma didn't graduate high school, and her dad was a slave. Okay. It was nothing to teach. Yeah. It was nothing to be passed survival. Down. Right. But you, however, you're the first one. Yep. You have this to be able to pass on and then try to help. Now, I try to tell these niggas what to do. They still do what the fuck they want. Yeah. Right. But again, you're doing your part. I'm doing your part. And you can change this whole, the path of where this family has gone. I'm sorry this is what you're going through, but this is what I built you for. This is what it is. So, you're going to tell 10 people, and if at least one listens, listens.
All it takes is one.
You made a difference.
Exactly.
All it takes is one.
You made a difference. So we're gonna go into unsolicited advice, and this is where people usually send in a letter, or I find someone's letter that I feel like we need to give them advice anyway, even if they didn't ask us. Now, if you do have a solicited letter, go ahead and send that to shiton30podcast@gmail.com, or DM me. If you do DM me, I'm probably gonna lose it. So an email is that them DMs be flooded. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
It ain't even niggas.
It's a lot of peen pics.
No, hell no. They know I'll expose them. Nah.
Did you would for real?
Hell yeah, and I have.
Don't
Don't
none of
play
that
with
shit
me.
be in my DMs. Okay.
Dry as hell.
Dry as hell. Somebody just asked me to take me out to dinner. Ugly as fuck. I hope it beep this out.
Well, no, you leave it in, and you hope they have good taste. Because the least you can do is get a nice free dinner.
No, because I was like, does this motherfucker listen to this podcast?
Possibly.
Right,
It could be anybody.
It could be.
It could be anybody.
He needs to know.
You're ugly. Okay, sir, you are ugly.
As fuck, apparently.
Well, this one says, so here's a situation. I stumbled across a new address affiliated with my ex-boyfriend. Being that we were together for years, I didn't recognize the address to be either his or his family member's address. I want to ride past the house to confirm whether it belongs to his new girlfriend or not. The reason why I still care is that he still hits me up on a daily basis. He's also adamant about coming to visit me at random. We currently live 2 hours apart. However, I will be in his city soon. So should I ride or what? Should I ride by or what? I should also add that she knowingly got into a relationship with him, knowing that he still has feelings for me. She's intentionally buying his love to keep him away from me. Literally. Girl.
Whole shit is messy.
Girl. Mess, and mess.
Wow, dumb.
Well,
First of all,
I kind of zoned out, bitch, because I was snapping.
Time out for you.
We'll catch you up. You'll catch me up.
I'll catch you up. So basically, they're broken up already.
Yeah.
One, why are you still talking to him? The moment you break up, you already know he ain't shit because he's with a new girl and he's still hitting you up. So it is what it is. Now, first of all, don't go riding by. That's nothing but trouble. You don't know if the bitch is like me and got a gun.
Oh, shit.
And I will shoot you, bitch.
Well, Florida, you can carry.
We can carry. It's a lot harder here.
Yeah.
Much harder here. But it's like you don't want to feel threatened. You don't know what's gonna pop off. Well, emotions might come through you when you ride by there. It's just don't do that. That's so messy. I mean, if you would have asked me a couple years ago, I was a bitch, come pick me up. Pick me up and I'm riding with you. Yeah. Because we're gonna do something. And I am. Like, one of my homegirls caught what? Are you reading it now?
Yeah, bitch. Yeah. This bitch is crazy. Girl, okay, bitch, it's your ex-boyfriend. Why the fuck do you care about what address he has?
He's still fucking.
But if
but they're not fucking. He's just still hitting her up.
He sees her. Wait, they said they saw each other. He's 2 hours away. Right?
No, he wants to.
Okay.
And then she's about to be in the city. It's just, why go back to that? Why? Find you a new nigga.
What do you think is going to happen? He's in a relationship with somebody else. He's hitting you up because he just wants to fuck.
And she's like trying to make herself feel better. Like, oh, she's only with him and buying his love. Well, clearly that's what he wants right now.
Facts.
That's what he wants. And that's what he's at.
He want her on the side. So,
right. So you're going to go from being the girlfriend to not being the side chick? Yep. Girl, bye. Stop it now.
I don't know. Some of y'all do that because it's familiar dick. So y'all rather go ahead.
That's what I was gonna say. Like she's entertaining this because she don't want her body count to go higher.
Yeah,
but I mean, we fucking grown. It don't even matter no more. You know how many hoes get wifed?
Right.
Listen,
hoes make the best mothers
every day. They're getting wiped. I mean, if you're trying to go back for the familiar dick or whatever, do that. But leave the girlfriend out the picture. If she's buying his love or not, it don't matter. That's where he's at and that's where he want to be.
Y'all asses shouldn't be cheating. I don't give a fuck. Y'all need to stop that. If y'all know these people are in a motherfucking relationship, stop cheating. Now,
but if you gonna do it, I'm talking to her. But if she gonna do it,
if you gonna do it,
don't ride by the bitch house. At least have some goddamn respect. You already taking the girl's dick.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think that she did say that the girl now is with him in spite of their.
Like kind of like knowing. What did she say? Knowing that he started feelings for me.
Exactly. So I think it's like all bets are off at this point. I think in her mentality, she's like,
she's thinking that way, but it's a stupid way of thinking.
Yeah, sure. The whole thing is stupid.
It's stupid as fuck. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He shouldn't be with the girl. Yeah. The girl shouldn't be buying him shit to keep his love.
But a lot of women do that. It's like, oh, well, he still cares for me and she should know better. And it's like, well, maybe I should. No, girl, you really shouldn't. You should just find somebody else.
Because that's not your ally.
Right.
At the end of the day.
He doesn't care about you to put you in that situation.
Right.
Neither one of y'all. Oh, should I have to sneeze my lips? Oh,
please don't do it in the mic, bitch, because I can hear it, bitch. You better
put your finger under your nose.
There you go.
It stops that.
She's the gassiest bitch. The amount of wind, like air that comes out your body is ridiculous. Hiccups, motherfucking fucking farting, motherfucking burping. Yeah. Like, girl,
I burp mostly.
It's always the cute women that really just because they don't give a fuck. They think cute all their life.
Hang with her ass for 24 hours. You don't see her as cute no more.
Exactly.
You gonna see her as a straight man.
Who the fuck is you? Just scratching your pussy.
Exactly.
We're throwing the game. Let's throw the liquor game.
First of all, if you're scratching your pussy, something's wrong.
I mean, you might not have washed all day. I don't know.
No. My shit gonna be clean.
Do y'all still use like body? Like I heard that
that's a Puerto Rican thing. It's no, you're not supposed to douche, but in the Hispanic community, you use pussy soap, pussy wash.
What's like Vagisil wash? Or something?
Lemsol. I use Lemsol.
Lemsol.
It's a Spanish shit.
Make your pussy smell like lemonade.
It's minty. It gives you this minty feeling.
Is that good? Because I
don't know. It's
people get yeast infections like that?
Well, okay, so has she said this? I think she did it on an episode. So fuck it, I'm gonna tell her business. So Mandy came to my house, and there's Lemon in both bathrooms, even in my daughter's bathroom. So here her go. She want to experiment with my shit. She's like, oh, y'all motherfuckers, y'all little fucking spicks, be using this shit. And I'm like, all right, go ahead. So she uses the pussy wash. Like a couple hours later, the next she's like, my pussy's broken. This shit's broken, bitch. She came having to use I guess she got a yeast infection off of it. I don't know why, but maybe ours is used to it because we've been using it since kids. My mother used to buy lemon salt for us from. My grandma uses it. Like it's a thing that we've used for years.
Shit might make you fertile.
It might. You know, these fucking Puerto Ricans be having like 7 children.
I mean, y'all.
They have kids all day.
Y'all will fuck. Y'all be fucking.
They do.
But no.
That's all the energy. Because
I be fucking, but I guess I don't have it.
That's what comes from.
The what?
All the energy from the rice and beans,
Probably.
So yeah, y'all got to burn it off some way.
You know
can tell the ones that's fucking or not, because the girls that ain't fucking, bitch, or even the niggas too, they fat as fuck. Y'all,
they got big belly button.
They got big belly.
Tell somebody big is look at that belly button hole.
Yeah, so stupid. Let's go into our last segment, and it's our last shit talk.
Yes.
So Wendy Williams just came back. So I'm going to segue this into saying she was gone for 3 months. She talks about people all the time, and she's getting all this slack about her not speaking on her marriage. And it's like, oh, you talk about people all the time, but you tell us what's going on with you. Tell us what's going on with you. Well, I'm here to tell y'all, I'm an open book, and I usually talk about everything that happens in my life, and I'm very transparent. But you don't have to, and she doesn't have to talk about what the hell she got going on at the end of the day. If she doesn't want to, she doesn't have to. And most of y'all, same applies to you. Although she's a celebrity and people think it's different, she's still a human being. She's still a person. So we have social media nowadays, and everyone's scrutinizing us, and you got your cousins and the aunties and everybody on Facebook trying to figure out what's going on with you in your life. You don't have to let them know.
That's a fact.
If you're working and you're doing well, they don't have to know. If you got fired, they don't have to know. How you're feeling this one day, they don't have to know. If you choose to tell them, you have to also understand you're going to get consequences and backlash and people having opinions. But if you don't want to tell it, we are grown as fuck.
Right.
You don't have to tell a damn thing.
But you know what Wendy fucks up? Wendy fucks up because, like you said, she tells so many people's business that her audience is expecting that same transparency.
But that's her job.
You're right. But keep that same energy 2019.
Why?
Well, I'm looking at it from Wendy as a business person, right? She's been in media for a long fucking time. Yeah. And if anything she knows about a scandal, and she should know how to how to handle a scandal. Is get ahead of it. You know these motherfuckers. You
gotta get ahead of it.
You do. You know these motherfuckers are gonna come and they're gonna talk shit about it and everything like that. What you can do is control the story. So you're not Wendy Williams because you don't sit here and talk shit about people's life, and everybody ain't gonna be pressuring you like that, right? Or any normal person. So I do think you don't owe a motherfucking shit. But when you're in media and this is what you do, you talk shit about people's life all the time. Well, girl, go ahead and flex your muscle and just get control the fucking story and stop believing in the hands of other people.
Or not speak on it at all. She's controlling it also by not speaking on it at all.
I tell you, she has to speak about it, but I think it's the way of getting ahead of the story before, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You can do it on your own
it doesn't affect her because this story might be going on, but it doesn't affect her at all.
The harassment that comes from it, harassment would die down once you put it in your hands. It ain't shit to
I don't
tell.
think she's complained about the harassment.
Because
she doesn't control her Instagram. She doesn't control her Twitter. She doesn't use her phone. She literally says she's off the grid. It's just her and her family, and she's been off the grid so long that she didn't notice that her man had a baby with another bitch. So she's really off the motherfucking grid. But that's how how she likes it, and some women are cool with that.
What then? Yo, that's fine. I think that Wendy done put out a lot of shit, even by herself, about her drug addiction,
right?
All this her insecurities with her bodies,
right?
I think there's a audience for. I think Wendy's audience will grow if she was to introduce that herself.
Hell yeah,
because but I also believe you got to be comfortable, willing to.
She's not comfortable with it yet,
but you should get ahead of it.
Yeah,
you got to say something.
I mean,
let's take a rule out of the fucking Kardashian playbook.
Let's get to the top. That's one rule.
That's one of the rules. That's one of the rules.
Black dick.
Right.
Black dick.
Definitely not
Rule
white.
number 2, tell people about it, bitch.
That is true.
The motherfucking control and capitalize on it.
Rule number 3, if they don't pick it up, leak it yourself.
Leak it yourself.
They're not talking about it.
Dick in Kim Kardashian mouth like a chicken wing.
But the whole thing is that Wendy, I think that she'll be able to turn this whole hatred against her if she would have put this on her motherfucking husband, because her husband is a miracle. Her audience would have hate.
She doesn't want them to hate her husband.
I tell you why she probably can't do that, because her husband EPs her show.
Her husband is her everything. That's her manager, her everything.
Yeah.
So you supposed to have shit separate, man.
You are supposed to have shit separate. No. Monique, just on that out there too.
Right.
I love Monique,
Daddy.
But you can't be calling your manager daddy.
Yo, that's disturbing. It's so disturbing.
I mean, I understand. I call Roscoe daddy. It's just.
I know Roscoe is.
Roscoe is the damn dog.
Oh, okay.
A little ass
daddy.
Yeah, he does. He's like, come here, daddy. It's so disturbing.
That's the only man in my life. That's the only man in my life.
Wow.
I ain't calling no other man daddy. So she don't call my own daddy.
Wow.
But yeah, man, it's just I separate fucking business and relationships, because when shit starts to get ugly, then your livelihood is in the motherfucking balance.
That's a fact.
So
yeah, it could definitely help her expand even more, but she doesn't want to just yet, and she's not comfortable with it. And this is for a lot of other people who are just regular, not in the spotlight. You don't have to share your shit with anybody.
True.
Are you open about your personal life? Because you are like, we might not be in Wendy's status, but you have a big following. How much do you share of your personal life?
See, I also control like my narrative. I don't like bringing attention to certain things because like I know how intrusive people can be. And while like I'm not on no Wendy status, I do believe in protecting people who are not in this business.
Right.
Like you could attack me, you can make jokes about me, you could throw shade at me, that's fine. But like people who didn't ask for this and I didn't put them in that position, like they off limits to me because I try to protect
So you
them.
don't speak on it at all?
Like it depends. I might speak on it vaguely, but I don't really throw people's names out there, people's positions out there.
You might throw, like your side of the story, like I'm doing this or whatever, but not with who or
exactly. Like I'm not going to throw out my mother's like whole name, but you might shout out to Mama Pond. Of course, love you, Ma. But that's that's it, because I want to protect people who have no involvement in this other than to support me.
And then on top of that, when you put stuff out there in social media, people think that that's forever. That's how it's supposed to be. So if I post this, if I'm in this relationship and everything like that, and I decide I'm not with this nigga next week, then social media, what happened? Like, what's going on?
They're invested in your relationship.
They are invested.
I'm invested in so many other people's relationships. It's not even funny. I love their kids. I feel like I'm this girl. If I watch her, Sivan Ayla from LA, her daughter, I'm like the auntie. There's another one from Kansas City. Yeah, it's in my head. Like there's another one in Kansas City. She has 3 kids, and I fucking love those kids. And I'm like, they're getting big so fast. And we're having a conversation. I'm like, oh, he's growing.
You get so invested.
I'm so invested. Like if her and her husband were to break up, oh my God, I would be devastated.
And that's why I don't do that anymore, because I
and
don't
then they're
want
gonna talk shit. Oh, what you did?
Exactly.
Oh, who cheated on who? Or he ain't shit. Or so so it's like you can protect it, and then if you just. It's your choice how much you want to put out there, how much you don't want to speak about or do want to speak about.
Exactly.
So it's just I don't like for people to feel pressured onto speaking onto something that they don't want to.
Agree.
Whether it's good for you or not good for you, protect your energy first.
Yes,
you always have to protect your energy. But also, her husband does EP her show, so I'm sure she's like, "Oh, we're gonna curse this motherfucker out, but not on the show."
She said that she would never speak on it until she would never talk bad about her husband until her and her husband is not together, and they're going to be together forever. So I guess she'll never speak on it.
Right.
They put the thing, and did you see her nostril was fucked up in the picture?
Because of the coke?
I don't know. I think so. It's something. It's like it collapsed.
Alleged. Well, she
no, she talked about her drug abuse.
Yeah, she
but you talking about
you talking about now?
Oh no, from years maybe. No, it's like it's like collapsed. Yeah, it's like really fucked up.
That's some heavy coke use. Yeah.
She's really funny looking.
I don't even look. I don't care about Wendy Williams.
I actually like her show.
I don't watch it.
I mean, I respect her, but you know.
Yeah, I respect her as a businesswoman. I just don't watch it.
All right. Anyways, we're gonna wrap up the episode. First of all, before we end, I know
shit, man. I had so much
we're
fun.
gonna do this again. Listen, you're gonna see my face so much.
We're like, this is investment. We're invested.
Yes, you said yes to this, and that's it. You're gonna see me. I'm gonna be flying up here. And I'm gonna be like, what are we doing?
Right.
Because we're gonna keep talking shit.
That's perfect to me.
Right. We're gonna keep coming up here, and when you come to Florida again, I want to work.
I fucks with it.
And I would like to work with my that came out so wrong.
What was you about to say?
I was gonna say I like to work with my mouth.
I'm horny. I don't know about you, but I'm horny.
Not a single lie was told.
No,
not a single lie.
I like to talk.
I don't want you to see nothing through my sweatpants. Let me fold my.
This is the most oral bitch I ever met.
Wow. I'm not sure if you helping. I'm not sure if you helping.
Shut the fuck up.
Or maybe you are. I don't know.
No, I love to talk, and it's literally like it's a passion of mine. And I just want to keep helping and putting information out there and getting people to still relate, just because there is a voice that some people don't have.
Facts.
And I want to be their voice.
Mm-hmm.
And then in this community of being colored and being Hispanic and having been born here, I feel like I'm stuck in between two places.
Yeah.
And it's one of those, it's like, oh, well, you're not black. Oh, but you're not white. Oh, but you're not Spanish enough. And I'm just stuck in this middle place like, fuck, then who am I?
You.
Yeah. It's just
the best version of you.
Yes.
Yeah.
So before we leave, I do want to let you guys know that I love when everyone leaves comments, ratings, and reviews on iTunes. It helps the show so much. And every week I tell you guys, thank you for going on there and leaving a rating and a review. And today, the one I'm going to read from, they put like a gibberish name, so I'm guessing you didn't want anyone to know your name, which is cool. I'm totally fine with that.
Fine, Ramon.
Listen,
that's fine.
you know, it probably was Ramon.
Hey.
Ramon, I hear you. It says, change my opinion of podcasts. Carla has great content that keeps you engaged and leaves you with nuggets of knowledge. Real and raw. I love it. So, Ramon, thank you so much.
I'm glad we established that this is Ramon.
This is going to be the name of the episode, Ramon.
Ramon. Big dick, really.
Wow. Didn't say that.
No, thank you for leaving those on there. If you're listening to right now, just go ahead and pause it. As soon as it's finished, just go onto your iTunes, leave a rating, leave a review for me. I read them every week just because, honestly, during the day, I just refresh and I'm like, oh, who put one today? I want to see what you're talking about, you know? And it helps me. It doesn't cost you anything. It only takes 2 minutes of your time.
Yep.
And we're putting out this content on a weekly basis just for you and to educate you. And that's all I ask for back is 2 minutes of your time for nothing.
Carla just came up and she was like, she wants 200 reviews by the end of this month. And she asked me, can I do it? And I said, can we do it? And I was like, yeah. Y'all come put a fucking review on this.
Put a motherfucking review on this shit.
So
she gonna aggravate me every single day.
We're at 157. 200 is nothing.
It's not that bad.
We gotta post about it because I don't know when the fuck I'm posting.
And 5 stars.
Right.
Yes.
Make them stars ring off.
So Jameer, tell them where they can find you at.
You can find me on all the social media outlets, Instagram and Twitter. It's Jameer, ITSJAMEER.
Are you on Premiere Snapchat too?
No. Okay. I'm not showing my nudes yet. Soon, though. Soon.
No fans only page.
Yeah, that's right. We doing just naked jumping jacks.
I'm thinking about putting my feet on that. You know, people got foot fetish, and that shit is
foot fetish, but my feet.
I got bunions that I want mine.
Yeah. I played basketball in 8th grade. It kind of fucked my feet up.
Not me. Only thing I did was swim my little lazy ass.
Okay, so your feet might be purdy.
And I don't live in New York to the walk every fucking one. Y'all are the most walkingest people I
But
ever
our calves are so strong.
You right.
I got buff fucking calves, bro.
Right. I saw you.
You saw my calves? Hey,
not your, I didn't get a chance to look at your calves yet. No, I ain't get your.
Damn.
But listen, I've been
You're gonna walk around flex now.
Man, strong with my legs.
Is there anything you have coming up? This will be out next Tuesday.
Yeah. Well, we got episodes of The Grapevine where we talk about
I love that.
Yes, Jules. I hope y'all enjoyed that. But I got other projects coming up in the works with you just can't talk about it right now, but just know that there's shit coming up, and when it comes into fruition, I'll be able to come back.
Yes, we will.
Yes. Would that be okay?
Hell yeah.
Okay,
we're gonna talk about it for sure.
Yes. Can I shout out to all my cougars on Facebook? Please follow me too. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, we were just talking about people sliding in the DMs on Facebook.
I need my cougars though.
What's a cougar for you? How old?
Cougar, you got it. Over 35.
Aren't you 30 already?
Yeah.
How's that a cougar?
I said over 35.
Over 35.
So 5 years older than you as a cougar?
Because it's starting to the pussy's starting to age the way I need it to age. And then you got some kids, so I know you got the stretch marks on the ass. Because stretch marks tell the best stories. That's how I know who's
stripes on that ass.
Stripes on that ass. Hell yeah.
So ladies,
we'll go
35
to 50, depending on how you look.
50.
I need
bad
a car.
50-year-olds.
Yeah, I want a Corolla. Fire.
This is the second time today, motherfuckers talking about fucking some 50-year-old pussy.
Wax is talking about how he's had sugar mamas old. He went up to 60.
This is a New York thing.
Look, if the money's good and the vagina's good, I don't blame the brother. You gotta be in the right and wrong position to have some 60-year-old pussy.
I'm sorry, I can't fuck something with gray hair. I just really can't. You pull that down and you just see all that salt and pepper. I'm like, it might be expired. I don't know if I want that. I'm
going dining if I see some good 55 good looking pussy.
Swimming. I can now. Anyways, guys, I'll meet you back here next Tuesday. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.
Peace.